let you introduce yourself.
What's up? My name is Denny. I was on his episode. I was on one of the episodes last year, roughly around a year ago, maybe about 14 months ago. And I came on it with my godson Marcos, and we covered a lot of things. But I've been mentioning it to Junior that I've been wanting to start up like my own podcast. You know, I don't really have the time to really start it up myself. So caught Junior slacking in the gym, and we wanted to run an episode together.
Yep. Previous guest. We got a lot of hate for that episode, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say I got a lot of hate because I don't know, that episode I kind of stayed quiet. But yeah, I think Marcos got a little bit of hate, and you know, overall our video that I was involved, yeah, we we did get a lot of hate. Yeah,
we did. Like, I was looking at the comments and I was like, these people were like, "Oh, these guys are so stupid," blah blah blah. Like, I'm not tripping, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't really care that much. It's like,
when that episode came out and then you posted like the clips on TikTok, was it me that told you about all the hate on the comments, or was it you that told? Like, did I tell you or did you tell me?
I think I told you that we were getting hella hate on it. Yeah. I mean, some people were like cool, like they were like, "Oh, like you guys are like Latinos, you know, putting out for our culture and blah blah blah." And I was like,
I get it. I remember we did it, and then I think we talked about it a few months after that episode, and then after the clips. And I think you mentioned to me that was like not necessarily your downfall, but you know, that video, those clips, all that heat that we were getting kind of dismotivated you, you know, kind of to, you know, take a chill pill off of, you know, recording episodes and shit.
It was more like I gotta like really like dive in deep, or I guess since people, you know, in this society we can't make mistakes, or you know, we have to know everything 100% because everyone else does. But I mean, it didn't really, I wouldn't say like it demotivated me or like made me feel some type of way, because I was getting followers from that shit. But I feel like I need to be a little bit more on it, like with facts, and like make sure that I know what I'm talking about and stuff like that. But just making it better, you know. And it's not like everyone on this fucking earth needs to know 100% of what they're talking about. I guess on the media it's different, but.
Right. No, I mean, something about that episode and like all the heat we were getting was that, you know, me, you, and Marcos, we just kind of visualized what, you know, we were like on the episode, how we were talking as if like we weren't really on the mic.
Exactly.
So obviously we don't know everything, but from someone that does know everything, or, you know, quote unquote knows everything, from their standpoint, they probably think we're just a bunch of dummies in a room talking about shit we don't know what we're talking about, you know?
We're just conversating. It's like, think about when you hang out with friends, family, just other people, like off the record, like is everything that's being said 100% true? You know, like, do you have to base everything off facts? I guess like if you're trying to prove a point, sure, but we were literally speaking as if we would outside of a camera, you know?
Right. I mean, well, shit like that. I mean, like the things we were talking about like a lot of heavy stuff. So I think the things we were talking about, you can definitely find like online, or I think your best resource would be like an actual book, you know, reading a book.
Oh yeah, facts.
But you know, me, like I said, that episode, I didn't, you know, I kind of stayed quiet on some of the topics because I really didn't know what to say, and you and Marcos obviously knew about the subject more than I did. So I let you guys kind of have your thing, and I kind of came in and, you know, said my little smart ass comments here and there.
It was jokes though. It's not like we're not fucking scientists, and we're not like constantly fact checking. I mean, I get from one standpoint, I get it. Like, yeah, like if we're putting things out public, I understand. We definitely should know things, but it's like if you're coming to us for like research information, you're at the wrong place. We're just chilling, honestly.
We're literally just a bunch of. In other words, bro, we're a bunch of nobodies from Vancouver just trying to start a little podcast, and just trying to get the word out of, like, you know,
vibing,
how we live, you know, how we vibe, and, you know, how we do things around here.
Yeah, but that's pretty much it. You know, we're not really hurt. I'm not really hurt. Honestly, it's cool. You know, I got a bunch of followers, and that's like my most popular TikTok. And I blame myself for, you know, not being so direct with the way I clipped and worded things, but, you know, go and watch the episode. Maybe it'll clear some things up. But, you know, it's like that happened like what, like 8 months ago? How long ago?
That was like 14 months ago.
A minute ago.
Yeah, we filmed that last year, 2022, in January. And I mean, something that like our followers don't know is that we're young. You know, we don't know, like, you know, it's a podcast. You know, we talk about a bunch of shit. So it's like we have so many subjects, and, you know, something that I guess that we did mess up on is I think we should have done more research.
Yeah.
Because I think something me and you and Marcos do is that, like, when we talk about things, we just kind of talk about them, you know? Like, we don't actually do our research on that. But I feel like, before the episode, I feel like we should have all at least, do a little bit of research before we come on and, just talk shit.
I'm gonna start putting like a fat ass disclaimer before like every episode of just like
don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home.
We're not professionals. We obviously don't know what we're talking about 100% of the time.
Yeah, we're just shooting shits.
Right. But I mean that's enough about that episode.
Yeah.
What's what's good with life? What you been up to?
Shit, dude. Just hella busy, like we both work 9 to 5s, we got our own things going. Just since I work in Portland, I'm out there like 8 hours a day, but then like commuting to work, it's just like, it takes a lot of time from my life.
Right.
Because of commuting. But a lot of work, gym, I'm really heavy on that. I was at a good spot, but I'm trying to take it more serious now.
No, I fuck with that. If y'all don't know, I mean, I hit the gym with him about 2 years ago. We did a workout together, and he was like struggling with 25s on each side. That's 95 pounds. And then just the other day, I saw him benching 135. 45 plates on each side, and my boy was busting. He did three reps of 10. 10?
Mm-hmm.
Was it 10? Yeah.
It might have been 7.
I thought it was 7.
7, yeah, probably 7, yeah.
But I mean, you was busting them out.
Yeah.
And that was, as soon as I saw you hit the first one, I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker got strong.
Yeah.
Because that's the shit I was like, I was hitting. And obviously 45 plates on each side is definitely not a lot.
Yeah.
I'm already gonna like get the heat or
Oh yeah,
like we're about to get comments off that. They're about to call us out like that ain't nothing. It really is nothing, to those who work out every day, fucking strive and take C4 or take anything before they work out. But
steroids. No, I'm kidding.
Or that. But to me, I mean, shit, bro, if you're hitting 45s on each side, and you're skinny, bro, like fucking props. And, if you don't work out and if you don't take that shit serious, like most bodybuilders do, you know, props to that. But not good shit though.
Yeah, you did tell me that in the gym. You're like, damn, you got stronger. And then I was like, I mean, I'm still struggling because for the record, I told you in the gym that I don't, since at Planet Fitness, before I switched to Golds, at Planet, they only had the Smith machine.
Right,
so, like, it helps you. And then, like, now on the bench, when I'm on the bench, it's like, it's so hard for me to find my proper form and balance. And, like, the reason why I'm doing 45s is because I'm trying to make sure, like, I'm good on my form because I really don't want to hurt myself. Like, if I add more than that, my shoulder starts to hurt.
Right.
So I'm like, I need to make sure that I'm, my form's good.
Yeah, when like when you work out, like, are you just aiming to like try to get as many reps, sets of like as you can, or are you trying to hit like a certain number? Like do you ever max out? Like, do you ever max out that one as much as you can just one time?
Never. No, I don't max because usually I prefer to work alone. I like working out with people, but if I'm busy, which most days I feel like I'm pretty busy because I'm trying to like be strict about getting proper sleep,
right?
Because it's important. Like if you're working out, and you want to see growth.
You're 8 hours, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to 7 to 8 at least. But so I kind of like crunch down my time and as much as I can.
What are you getting right now?
Sleep. Honestly, bro, I feel maybe you can relate, but I feel like sometimes when I know I have to be up early, there's like this constant anxiety of like, oh, what if my alarm doesn't go off? What if I'm late to work? What if, like these little things, right? And I feel like on the weekends I have less on my mind, so I could just sleep and be fine. But I literally wake up at 3 a.m. every single night, like Monday through Friday. Every single night, I just randomly wake up. And
you can't go back to sleep?
It's never, sometimes I get good. No, I'll go back to sleep. I just like, I can't get a full night's rest. It's so annoying.
Full night, all right.
Yeah. You got that issue?
Yes and no. I mean, the reasoning why if I don't, it's because I have a kid.
Yeah.
So he's whining. So just the other day, like a prime example is I think I was watching him because I work at nights. I work from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. I'm a dealer at the casino at Illinois, and so I take care of him during the day when my fiance goes to work, and sometimes she doesn't work, but when she does, so like a prime example is I was watching him. I want to say it was probably Thursday or Wednesday. I was watching him, and he's crying. He's on his he's in his bassinet, and I pick him up, and we go out to the living room, right? And it's still pretty early, bro. It's about 8, 9 in the morning. So I'm running on 4, 5, 6 hours of sleep, and I'm I'm not necessarily trying to target 8 hours of sleep, but I'm one of those, like, let me sleep until I wake up.
Yeah.
That's just me. And if my son's not letting me sleep, I got to make sure he's good. I got to be awake because I don't want him, to do something, definitely like crawl around, grab shit he's not supposed to. Yeah. And he's only 9 months, but he's crawling around the room. He wants to play with everything besides his toys. So, I'm like almost sleeping with one eye open. So if I fall asleep on the couch and he's like on the carpet playing, I'll wake up like after 10 minutes of sleeping. I'm just panicking. I'm like, whoa, shit, what the fuck? And I see him. He's just like right there, just chilling with his toys, watching the TV. But that's so like a prime example of that is what I mean to say is on Wednesday, Thursday, when I was watching him, I woke up around 8, 9, trying to rest, sleep with one eye open. And then eventually he fell asleep around 11. And then, that helped me. So I officially fell back asleep. And then we both woke up around 2.
Oh,
so does that make sense? Is that like he wakes me up from my sleep, and then during that time I'm just kind of groggy and shit, and I'm trying to go back to sleep.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
I feel like I really went into detail telling that story, but
that's the experience.
Just sleeping with one eye open it's not fun. So if you've gone through shit, I can almost relate because I haven't gone through shit, but my son has me sleeping with one eye open, if that makes sense. Because, he's up and I'm trying to get my...
It's like kind of similar to like what I'm talking about, like anxious, like you're anxious.
Yes, exactly, yeah. The anxiety does go away at times when, like for today's example, I think we wanted to film this episode around 2 o'clock and I was sleeping. And then, like just this night, I got my full sleep. I got my full 8, even 9 hours, bro. Just because, my girl was there and, when the baby wakes up crying, I'm just like, take him, please, just take him, like and let me get my sleep, and she understands, because working a night shift is it's difficult in ways because it's you're up when people are trying to fall asleep now, so your sleeping schedule's fucked up, but I got 3 more weeks of this schedule, and then hopefully I'll be moving to day shift.
Nice.
And it's still not good, it's still not your 8 to 5, it's 11 a.m. 7 p.m. 11 to 7
mid shift.
Yep, straight up. And I don't, I'm excited for that one in the sense that like I get to have like a normal life, back at home. I can come home to dinner, home cooked meals. I'm not so groggy in the mornings trying to take care of my son. When I come home from work, I get to play with him, give him a bath or something, feed him, watch a movie or a TV show, and live that normal life. I'm not excited about it in the sense that like at work, I'm so used to the regulars that I see during my shift, and I got a bunch of coworkers. So going to day shift, I'm gonna it's almost gonna swap out my coworkers because if you work on the graveyard, you're strictly on graveyard. You're not working towards you're not working in the day. So I'm about to meet a bunch of new dealers that I haven't seen. I don't really know, and I'm about to see a bunch of more players that like I'm not used to. And something I heard about at the casino, if you work during the day, we have our bosses there, like the 2 main guys. They're like the director of like table games and something along that. So I guess people, they're trying to be on their best behavior, like my managers, the people on the floor with me, all the dealers. So I heard it's a little bit more intimidating, more you got
to be on it,
more formal, yeah. And during graveyard, during night shifts, we have all the drunks, we have all the party animals, all the party people going there to, lose some money real quick. But I mean, it's a dope job, man. I like being a dealer. I deal games for a living, bro. Who wouldn't want to do that? And I get paid for it, and I make pretty solid money, when I get my full 80 hours. I don't know if everyone knows this, but dealers, we're almost like waitresses. We make money off our tips.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
We make more off tips than usually our. I'm just gonna say it. We make more off tips than our base wage. And that's a fact.
Wow.
On paper, we make more off our tips than our base wage.
That's wild. I didn't know it was like that for dealers, not casinos. I thought you guys had like a steady. I mean, I thought maybe you guys do get tips, but like
right. And something All right, it's it bothers me at times, but sometimes it doesn't. But we pool our tips, so whenever you get tipped, we just kind of knock it. You knock the chip and then you throw it in a box. And at 2 a.m., we have dealers that aren't doing anything towards at that time. They pick up all the tips, and then they count them, they sort them out, they see how much we have total, and then we divide them equally between who worked that day.
That makes sense.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That's
So
what like most jobs do, like waitresses and like restaurants and stuff like that. They do that, right?
Yeah. It really just depends on your company and the policy. So at A&A, I don't know about the waitresses. I don't know if they pull their tips or if they keep their own. But for example, like how I said, we get a tip, we just slap it in the box. Some other casinos where they let you keep your own tips as a dealer. You go. So say if I keep my own tips, I'm gonna be at one table for an hour. Then whatever tips they give me, I throw in my own personal box. I'll carry like my own box, and then all the chips I have in there, I hold them in there till the end of my shift, and then when my shift's over, I go cash them out. But I'll go at one table for an hour, then I'll go to another table for an hour, then I'll go to another one. After that, like I'll take a break, and then I'll just every hour, you know what I mean? And that's not what we do at A&A. At A&A, you just have one table your whole 8 hours. So, for example, say I'm dealing blackjack. I'm dealing blackjack. It's a $15 minimum table, $15 a hand, right? I'm just sitting at that table the whole 8 hours of my shift. Minus the breaks. I get breaks obviously, and whatever they tip me, I just throw it in that box.
It's like I was thinking about Jonathan Vegas, because you're from Vegas and like you're like Vegas. What is Vegas known for?
Right. No, Jonathan Vegas. If no one knows what that is, Jonathan Vegas. What's it called? When I was I'm 21 years old now. I got a fiance and I got a kid. But before this, I was always into WWE. I was highly into WWE when I was younger. I first I think I found out what WWE was when I was maybe like 5. You hear the word John Cena and, guys are fighting, and, you think that's the shit when you're young, obviously because you think it's legit, you think it's real, all the belts look cool, the entrances. And when I was around, I want to say 11, 12 years old, maybe even 13, I had this buddy, and he started up this like backyard wrestling promotion. And we were young and I want to say even dumb, but it's just, I think that was pretty cool to do when you were younger. It's funny now, but we did.
Don't try it at home.
Yeah, don't try it at home, because our videos are still up, and we have it's goofy to look back at now, but it was it was fun while it lasted, because we were just kids, we didn't have any worries in the world. So if we didn't have girls, we didn't know what marijuana was, we didn't drink. So back then, let's just fucking slam each other through plywood. So Jonathan Vegas was my wrestling name, my gimmick, and he wasn't this party animal. And on our videos, he thought he was big and bad, and
his character was
interesting. It was a very interesting character, but it was cool. So if you guys want to see those videos, just go ahead, comment and let us know you want to watch them, and we'll tag you in the website.
Yeah.
But just don't. I mean, you can go ahead and laugh at me. And for a while, I was embarrassed about that. But I'm older now, but I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I got a girl, bro. I got a kid, and even before that, even after I graduated high school, I still didn't really care. It was obviously just goofy, Like, imagine if the girl you liked kind of just heard about those videos at school, and she's like, "What the fuck? What a weirdo," But it's cool now. It's funny now.
But it's like you're passionate about wrestling, bro. Like in the sauna at the gym. You know what I was watching? Your wrestling videos. One of your matches, against some dude from Arizona, I think.
From Arizona.
Yeah.
Did you? Was I wearing like a white singlet?
I believe it looked green or blue.
Green or blue. It was blue.
It
was blue with a little bit of green. I know which one you're talking about. It was an Alaska singlet.
Were you in high school or was that at Corbin?
I was in high school. It was you said Arizona, right?
I believe he was from Arizona, yeah.
Arizona. So that match, I think that you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure you won. It was like 2-1 or something like that.
It was 2-1.
You got 2 points, he got 1. In the video, like he was like trying to like pin you down, I think, and then you caught your leg and it like locked his leg, and then after that it was just wraps. Like you I don't know how the fuck you do it, but obviously you understand because
Right,
you
right.
wrestle. But like his leg got like locked in, and you threw your leg because it looked like he wanted to slam you,
Right.
and you locked your leg in, and then from there I was like, oh, Denny's got him, and then I believe you got on top of him because he was over you. Here, let me see. I'm gonna pull it up. Maybe you'll be able to.
No, yeah, go ahead, pull it up. No, I mean if let's see, I don't know which match you're talking about directly, but the
Jimmy
match
Wayman.
Jimmy Wayman. All right, I think I beat him. Yeah, I beat him, and that match was in Las Vegas.
Oh, really?
That match
What
was
was
in
it
Las Vegas.
for?
It was my sophomore year, and that tournament is run every year.
Hmm.
It's run in I think the first week of April, second week of April, and it's run because why is it ran? It's just like a big tournament. It's a big tournament, and all the high school kids, all the high school wrestlers know about it. All the youth. It's a big tournament for all ages, and it's just one of those tournaments that everyone knows about.
And you could just like sign up.
You sign up, yeah.
Okay.
You sign up with your club, and
So we noticed that like you threw your leg, and it looked like he wanted to grab you, but you threw your leg, and then like I feel like because it's also mental, right?
right.
So I feel like in his head, you doing that, it was so unexpected to him, so it threw him off, and then it gave you an advantage.
No, yeah. I mean, usually when like shit like that happens, I would say he was a good wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't so good back then, but I've obviously gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that match, I think we were just both equally, like I don't think there was an advantage that he had. I don't think there was an advantage I had.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when a move like that happens, I think I really just got the best of him.
Oh, okay.
So when people hit like slick moves on me,
Mm-hmm.
they got the best of me. Unless I've lost many matches, and if obviously the wrestler dominates me, I'm not gonna say he got the best of me. He was just better than me.
Mm-hmm.
But in moments like that, I think I just got the best of him, and I just kind of got that move.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably came by shock to him.
Yeah.
But yes, wrestling is it's a cool sport. I think I talked about it a little bit in the last episode I was in, and it's a cool sport. It's a tough sport mentally. It's tough mentally and physically. I would say it's tougher mentally because if your coach is yelling at you, telling you to do 30 push-ups. Let me rephrase that. If your coach has like a ladder for you, so say he has 5 exercises. He has sit-ups, jumping jacks, mountain climbers, push-ups, and then sprints. Mm-hmm. And then he says a number at 14. Then you got to do 14 of each one.
Jesus.
And then you climb down to 1. Those were hell, bro. Oh. But those were hell. And I would say even on the jumping jacks, you like after doing push-ups or like doing sprints, then you got to do jumping jacks, and you don't even want to fully raise your hands all the way up, towards the end, like towards like the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, even 6, 7, 8, you're just kind of going like, oh, like, you're just kind of half-assing it.
Like fatigued and you're just tired.
Right. So, in the reason why I'm saying it's mentally hard because realistically you can do it. Mm-hmm. You can do it. It's just, your body's hurting. Your body's hurting. You're getting tired. You're thirsty. You're hungry. You had a long day of school. You already, you're almost done with practice, and the coach has you doing this, this bullshit that you don't want to do. Mm-hmm. So you're like, oh, I can't do it. But you can, and you're gonna finish it. Mm-hmm. So it's either you want to finish it, strong, or do you want to finish it half-assed? And half the time, it does get to you. That's what I'm saying. It's it's mentally tough.
Yeah,
it does get to you, but.
And when we were at the gym, you were talking about, like, you've talked about this before, but recently we saw each other at the gym, and that's how all this came about. But I remember prior to that, you were telling me that you want to compete in like fighting, right?
Yeah, I would love to compete, man. I would. No, I mean, go ahead, go finish.
So like, what kind, like what, like UFC, like what specifically?
Specifically, see, right now, I can wrestle pretty good. I would say I can wrestle pretty well. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I got that down just as a sport. I would obviously still need practice in wrestling, but besides that, I would say the 2 things I want to really get into is thinking about it right now. I would say boxing, but I don't know how to kick. So I'm going to go with kickboxing and jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
Because jiu-jitsu and wrestling are 2 whole different things. In jiu-jitsu, you're trying to physically, choke out or like tap. You know, you're trying to submit your opponent.
Mm-hmm.
But in wrestling, you know, you just want to take them down.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. In wrestling, you want to take them down and pin them down. But in jiu-jitsu, you want to choke someone out, almost break a bone.
Mm-hmm.
So they're two whole different sports. I've had a few jiu-jitsu practices, and my wrestling isn't the perfect. It's not the perfect match for it. So I would want to learn jiu-jitsu, and on top of that, I would like to learn kickboxing because, you know, I want to learn how to kick, I want to learn how to strike,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I feel like when you have all those three, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that can make for a deadly MMA run.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, that's the route I wanna try and pursue.
Mm-hmm.
It's not number one on my mind because, you know, there's a bunch of things I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a human being, man. I want to do lots of things, but I would say that is something that is I'm very eager to do, just because, you know, I watch a bunch of UFC fights.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, when these motherfuckers walk out to their songs, and you know, when they get announced, when they win titles, I want to do that. You know, like I said, I was big on WWE as a kid. I want to win. You know, I want to win. You know, a world title. You know, it's, you know, the UFC and the WWE, they're very similar because, you know, you start off watching WWE when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
and you see all that, and as you get older, you realize that the UFC is just, it's like the WWE, but it's just it's real. It's real without weapons, and, you know, there's weights. Obviously, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's you got to make a certain weight. There's titles for divisions.
Mm-hmm.
In UFC, everyone has a different style of fighting. So sometimes, you know, there's a wrestler, someone that has a background of wrestling. He's fighting someone with a background of Muay Thai
Mm-hmm.
or kickboxing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all very interesting stuff, and, you know, I think since you already have that experience in some sort of like wrestling is a combat sport, right? So
Wrestling is a combat sport. Yeah.
since you have that experience in a sport like that, you already have the experience, and you've been exposed to like everything that it takes mentally, physically, and just like your lifestyle that you have to like adapt to that kind of like training and everything that involves within that sport. You already expose yourself to that, so that gives you like some sort of advantage compared to someone who has never done any combat sport, right? So I feel like if you actually did pursue, it'd be something that, I'm not going to say it's easy, but
No, for sure.
it'll feel a little bit more natural for you because you've been exposed to it, you know?
Right. And no, yeah, and you have a really strong point there. You know, it's not gonna be, you know, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be easy in the sense of like, you know, I know what I want to work on, and I know the abilities that I already have and what I can add to my arsenal. You know, but yeah, it's not gonna be easy to make it to the top. Because, you know, most UFC fighters don't just like make it to the UFC. You know, they all start with cage fighting. You know, they all start with smaller promotions. Like every major city has, you know, their own promotions. Like Portland has a few probably cage fighting promotions where you kind of start off, and then after you've had a few fights, if you go like undefeated, then you go on to like the very bottom of the UFC. So, you know, you try to get a contract, then you try to get like a fight deal, and then you try to do, you know, you go to Dana White, and we know we have a UFC fighter here in Vancouver.
Really?
Ricky Simone. Have you heard of him?
Mm-mm.
You never heard of Ricky Simone?
Mm-mm. I don't. I watch some UFC fights, but I'm not like I'm not a day one fan.
No.
Like I don't know.
No, I'm with you there. But the only reason why I know you Ricky Simone is because he wrestled for Union.
Oh, really?
And he was, you know, Covington Middle School. He coached. I don't know if he still coaches there, but he coached their wrestling team.
Oh,
and he's like just a UFC fighter out of Vancouver. So that's the only reason like why I know him. But I mean, I thought you would have known. I mean, most like if let's see, who cuts his hair? You know, Junior from Can's Cuts.
Yeah,
I think he's his barber.
Really?
It's either him or I don't know. I'm gonna go Junior, bro. I think Junior's is actually his barber. Yeah, right.
That's
next
crazy.
To Anthony. By the way, barbers, they're your number one man.
Yeah.
They can either destroy you or they're gonna make your life hell. And so far, I've been loyal to my barber, Anthony. Shout out, Anthony.
Yep, same Cuts. Barber. Yep, shout out, Anthony.
Pretty dope guy. He always got me right.
I should get him on, huh?
You should get him on, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, let him talk about his experiences. You know how
yeah.
Because like honestly, I think once you make it to like as a barber, I mean, there's
he's set, dude. I remember when I first started going to him, like his clientele just. Like it was small because you know
right.
He had just started out. Have you been going since he like first started there when they first opened that shop?
Yeah, but it's weird because He wasn't my barber. My barber was Robbie. I don't know if you remember him.
Is the owner?
No, not that's Matt.
Oh, that is Matt,
Robbie. He was like a bigger dude. He was I think he's like a light skin.
Okay.
And he worked at the Camps Cuts by my house.
Oh, okay.
So I think after he dipped, I think I was getting kind of cut by everyone.
Mhm.
Like I didn't really like just whoever was available. And then I met Anthony at one of my sister's parties because he's cool with my cuñado.
Yeah,
Jesus.
bro. He told me about that. Yeah.
He's cool with him. And I just remember I saw him at one of the kickbacks. I think I was like a junior in high school. And I just don't know. I think we just kind of crossed paths. And then we started talking. And he was telling me his stepsister or half sister, his sister, she went to my high school. So we just kind of clicked. And he was telling me that he started working at Cam's. And I was like, oh, that's you? And he was like, yeah, bro, it's me. I'm the only one there right now. And then I think I needed a haircut like after like 1 week or 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
And then I kind of booked one with him. But it was kind of awkward that first haircut. Because, you know, obviously it was like, I think we were, you know, kind of both tipsy. We were kind of just vibing at the kickback. And then after a few haircuts, we got to know each other. He's a pretty cool dude. He just had a baby about a year ago. I don't want to put his info out there, but, you know, he's had a kid. And, you know, I had a kid. And, you know, we're both in the UFC. You know, we're both into that.
A lot of bonding. Yeah.
Right. He's a cool dude. I do fuck with him. And, you know, he works at Cam's. You know, who doesn't know what Cam's Cuts is in Vancouver, right?
Yeah.
So the fact that he works there, you made it. You know, he's up there.
Yeah. You know.
Okay. I've seen his name, but I don't really know him too well. But I've seen his name.
Let's see, Oregon, and I'm pretty sure he was talking about this story about like how he was like in Portland and he was like dating this girl from Vancouver, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, it's just like that. I think it was him. Don't fact check me or. Damn. No, I'm kidding.
Rip the astronaut, bro.
But I think he was talking about robbing a bank or something, and then he was like gonna meet this girl's parents.
Right.
And then that because he got arrested for like robbing a bank that he couldn't cross state border because you know Vancouver is like, even though it's so close to Portland, like he can't cross the bridge to get over here to meet her parents. So he was just talking about this story, but
so he tried to rob the bank, or he did rob the bank?
I think he did, yeah. And so that's why he couldn't meet her girl's parents. But anyways, like the only reason I brought him up was because you were saying that there's like shit in Portland that they have like fighting and stuff like that. And I wonder if maybe he started doing that in Portland.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could, like, if I did my research on it, I'm sure I could find what promotion and what little, you know, what small promotion he started off with. But yeah, you know, that's just how I think that fighting starts. You know, I think you slowly start. You know, you pick up your combat arsenal. You know, you learn how to box, you learn how to wrestle, how to submit people. You learn how to kick, and then you find a club, a team. So like Ricky Simone, the fighter from Vancouver, I think his team's called American. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know what his team's
I gotta peep this guy.
I don't know what his team's called. I'm just bullshitting on my ass. I researched on it a few months ago, and I want to hop on it, but right now I'm just working on it. But for example,
he has a fight
next week.
Yeah, same day as Garcia and
What's up? Who you got? Yeah, who you got? Who do you want to win?
Okay.
Here, who do you want to win? Who do you think is gonna win?
All right. I think
because I know everyone has two different names on that. Whenever I ask them.
Okay. I think that going into it and seeing because I was watching their videos and their fights.
Right.
Tank Loki has a more aggressive fighting style from what it looks like, and he looks like he hits really heavy.
Right.
And Ryan, I feel like Ryan could hit fast and he'll like he has
reach on him, right?
It'll hurt, but I feel like Ryan's the underdog in this.
Right.
So I guess my opinion is basically what I feel like maybe everyone else is thinking. So I think Tank might take it, but I kind of want Ryan to win just because he's the underdog.
Right.
And it'd be really
but just because he's the underdog, not because like for La Raza or anything?
For Mexico,
right.
I mean Mexico.
He doesn't even speak Spanish, bro.
I know.
That's crazy, bro. Wild. That fool looks like straight up, put a cowboy, some boots on him.
Yeah. He looks like he could be in like the novelas, you know?
Right. Pretty boy.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I mean, I think
who you got?
Shoot, man, I think I want Ryan to win. Yeah. Just because I'm not a big I'm just not. Tank kind of bugs me a little bit. Just,
I can see it.
He's I feel like sometimes
Se cree muy, muy.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a little bit full of himself. He's
Ryan too a little bit.
Ryan for sure. And something that bugs me about Ryan is that he hasn't really been focusing on his boxing career too much, and I've seen he's been just uploading too many videos of like doing and then just posting too many videos and not necessarily having fights. But props to him and Tank. Both for one of them's gonna give up their 0. So, they're both undefeated going into this fight. So, it's a big fight for both of them. I want Ryan to win, and I think Ryan will pull off the win. Just because,
you think so?
Well, you gotta look at it this way.
He's very confident about it. He's very confident about it.
Everyone here, it's something that is really weird because I work at a casino now, so I don't know all the tricks, but there's odds to everything. Everyone obviously thinks Tank's gonna win.
Yeah.
So everyone's feeding onto that. Tank's gonna win, bro. Tank's gonna win. You're gonna have all these people with a lot of money put their money on Tank, and Tank's gonna lose. So the few people that put money on Ryan will get their bag. Does that make sense? That's what I think. I think that the media and everyone is just everyone's like for example like the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, he beat Patrick Mahomes in every semifinals game, right? I don't know if you knew that.
I don't watch football. Well, I saw the Super Bowl, but
you know who they are, right? Joe Burrow, he plays for the Bengals. He's the white dude. Okay, well, example, but he beat Patrick Mahomes. You know who that is, right?
I believe so. I've heard the name.
So he beat him 3 times. So leading up to their game, everyone had Joe Burrow because he's never lost to Patrick. Next thing you know, Patrick and the Chiefs win. Does that make sense? So the media and everyone was they all fed to that. Joe Burrow already beat him 3 times.
He's the narrative.
He's gonna beat him a 4th. So that's what I think is going on with this. I think everyone and the media, including everyone, is just they're all feeding onto that Tank's gonna win. So
that's true. Yeah.
So these heavy bettors are gonna put all their money on Tank. But shit, no
one knows until it happens.
It really is, it's I'm just hoping for a good fight at the end of the day. I hope it's not boring. I hope they both go in there, get some good hits.
Oh yeah.
I hope it's not just a quick knockout. I doubt it's gonna be. But I hope Ryan will win, and I think Ryan will win. And
I want Ryan to win too, but I'm honestly I think I'll be happy with either or.
I'm not tripping either way, man. I'm more into the UFC than boxing a little bit. I think the only thing that bugs me, or the only thing I think that something else that catches my eye about boxing is probably when Canelo fights and when Canelo fights, Jake Paul kind of bugs me a little bit. So I would say those are the only things that kind of like
they're keeping the sport alive though.
In ways, yes. In ways, yes. I think a true boxing fan would probably disagree with us. But we're in it for the entertainment. Like we just want to watch what's entertaining us.
Yeah, we like fighting.
But I think that's it, right?
Yeah, all right. I think we'll close it out here. Thanks to everyone for listening.
Right. How long was our last episode? Like over an hour, right?
Yeah, like over an hour. But I'm thinking about just cutting them a little bit shorter now, just because.
Yeah, we covered a lot of things, so there's probably like a few things that we talked about that you can definitely clip out. But what's it called? It was a good conversation. There's definitely lots of things that I still want to talk about.
Oh yeah,
like there's things
next time for sure.
There's things that I've done. There's things that that my life has just been crazy. As a parent, at 21 years old, my baby came out when I was only 20. Found out about the pregnancy when I was 19. So, there's lots of things I want to talk about. So let's
leave it on the cliffhanger.
Yep. I got lots of stories, even the smallest ones.
All right. And so we'll definitely talk more about that stuff. It's kind of crazy how fast time flies when we're talking, huh?
Right. Let us let us know if you guys want me to become like a permanent host with Junior, and we can make something rolling. We can get some more things on the podcast. We can make this a little bit more better. We can, we can fix it in ways. We can, just a different taste. He's been on this for almost 2 years now. So let's bring a new taste. Let's get our views up. Let's get some comments up. Let's get the likes up.
Yeah, like, share it. Give us input on like what you guys want to hear next. What other things?
Right. Let me know if I'm talking. If I sound too shy. If I'm being full of myself. You guys let me know. It's
what's the word called?
What word?
Feedback.
Yeah, give us feedback.
Feedback.
Let us know what we need to work on. I'm trying to get better at this. So something that if you personally know me, I have I speak like a dummy sometimes. I mumble a lot when I talk. So right now,
I think you did fine.
yeah. So this episode, I think I did fine, but I think the last episode I was mumbling a little bit too much. But yes, that's it, guys.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Lots of fun. And we'll have you on again and see where we go from there.
Let's do it. All right. Peace out.
Bye guys. Thank you.